There's a lot of noise about building information modelling in our industry, and that has helped establish some pretty unhelpful myths. Here we're going to try and tackle the three most substantial ones. At number 3, the myth that it's just 3D modelling. Many people think BIM is only about drawing things in 3D, and it's easy to see how people make that assumption when 3D visuals are the big visible difference from the old way of doing things. The word modelling throws some people as well. You're completely forgiven for thinking that means a physical object or an entity. In fact, building information modelling is the process of creating digital data sets formed of graphical and non-graphical information in a shared digital space known as a common data environment. The non-graphical information is linked to the graphical 3D model. When you explore and click on different parts of the 3D representation, you'll be able to access the information about it. Clicking on a window, for example, might give you the information on its manufacturer, lead time, performance level, cost, and when it might need replacing. The whole thing is known as a data set or information model. And that's what BIM is, the process of creating well-structured, easily accessible digital data about a building that's being built or that's in use. It's much more than just 3D modelling and involves all parties of the project team on an equal, collaborative footing from the outset, not just the design team. In at number 2, the big established myth that doing BIM will take you more time. Now, if you're working on your first ever BIM project, it probably will take a bit of time to get your head around things initially. For designers, you might be working in 3D for the first time and having to link in accurate attribute data. Project teams might be getting used to accurately structuring their data in a common data environment. Estimators might need to get their heads around 5D BIM, for example. But you need to look past all of that. Some studies have shown potential efficiency savings of up to 20 to 25% from working in a BIM environment, from being able to find accurate data faster in a single shared space, and from being able to take decisions on that data that are right first time. Now, in your 5-day working week, 20% represents an entire day. If you can realise these efficiency savings, that's an extra day in every week of your financial year that your competitors who are behind on BIM adoption won't have. That time will allow you to take on more work whilst keeping your cost base the same, increasing your turnover and profit. So the myth that BIM takes more time is actually unfounded. If you invest time as an organisation in getting yourself up to speed initially, you can actually save time and make more money, unless you use that extra day that I spoke about to take Fridays off. At number 1, perhaps the biggest myth of all, BIM is going to cost you more money. Now, in the early days of BIM, we've seen companies charging more for it because of the time it takes to get up to speed, or to design in 3D, or because of new software they need to purchase, or new processes that they need to create. It's true that for certain parties in a project team, BIM will require some investment when you first adopt it, and the scale of that investment will vary depending on your discipline. But constantly charging more to work in a process that requires more integrity rather than more work isn't helpful. The people who approach our industry and ask us to build their buildings really don't understand the idea of being asked to pay more for an asset to be delivered properly. In the long run, if you can realise those efficiencies of 20 to 25% that I mentioned and reduce the overall level of risk, BIM will actually save you money. Now, of course, we've only bitten off the 3 big myths here, but there are many more out there. If there are a few that drive you mad or confuse you, comment below and let us know.